So unbelievably, it seemed that after all the drama in Parliament last week, our politicians seem to have decided that they went too far and maybe it's time to cool it down just a bit. Maybe finally earn the title of honourable that they've been kicking around Parliament all this time. To get things started with this more mature politics was Speaker of the House, Malagambeto, who unreservedly apologized to all the cockroaches for associating them with Julius Malema. I mean, the cockroaches loved it. And we were just as surprised when Julius Malema accepted the apology and kept things moving.
For me, this has closed the debate on the cockroach. It's an issue that really was going to sidetrack us.
Hard to believe that's the same guy who was being beaten up by the police just last week. But after pretending last week that they knew nothing about signal jammers in Parliament, Thandi Modise and Malagambeto both remembered and issued a sort of an apology. Like, not an apology, but just sort of like, hey guys, just chill, man.
I repeat, the media was not a target, was not mentioned, was never on anybody's mind.
Not very convincing if you ask me. Anyway, it was a very strange source who put this whole thing to bed.
The interference in the House last Thursday. It is an unfortunate incident, and it should never happen again.
It's unfortunate now, isn't it? But it was very fortunate at the time it happened, right, Mr. President? How convenient. But as usual, Jacob had a whole team to back him up. I mean, Jacob doesn't roll alone. You know this.
There is a matter of terrorism. You will never know when is it going to hit us.
You are worried about Boko Haram drones, but you couldn't figure out that the president is allergic to gluten. Guys, you guys needed Russians and Americans to help you. Stop blaming Mantuli for your shortcomings, please.
All operations are intelligence-driven. There was a threat, and the threat was made. It was in the media, it was everywhere, and you wrote about it. You informed us about it as the media.
So our intelligence relies on newspapers for intelligence? If your intelligence source is News 24, then we have a big problem as a country.
Measures had to be taken for the protection, in particular, of the head of state.
So basically what you are saying, all these jamming devices were there to protect the nation. By the nation, I mean the president's ego. But after 6 years of being on the ropes, my president finally decided to hit back.
Once you're angry, the capacity to think gets affected.
Shalos, I know you didn't mention any names, but we all know you're talking about Musi there. You're talking about Musi, my man.
I don't have a mouth like this and a tail. If whoever calls me a dog, there's something wrong with him. Absolutely, because I'm not.
You see what happens when you give the president a speech without numbers? Ha ha! He will shine, Baba. Shine. Don't put numbers.
I must also commend Honorable Malema for really dealing with the State of the Nation address. Because he did. That's what is wanted.
Hey, Julius is looking into the distance going, hey, where are these jammers? Yeah, we need these signal jammers now so we can jam this president's speech. It's too nice.
When I said, when Jan van Riebeeck landed in the Western Cape, our problems began. Is a historic fact.
If the elections were tomorrow, I would vote Msholozi. Very easy. Very easy. I'd be there going, load shedding for who? Load shedding for what? Did you hear that speech? I feel sorry for Musi and Juju. I mean, what are they going to say to this kind of kindness? I mean, they must have a plan. What is your response, opposition? What is your response?